Hey everyone, it's Angela with Mystic Moon bringing you guys a twin flame reading. So this one is a twin flame chakra reading. This is a reading that I offer in my Etsy shop. It's a 30-minute reading. Now keep in mind today I may go over that 30-minute mark, but if you guys were to purchase it, I do it within a 30-minute time period. And today's reading is a special reading because it's a collaboration with a good friend of mine. Her name is Lara. She has a YouTube channel. Her name is Inner Goddess Guidance, and she is also a Reiki healer, and she also does life coaching. So I will put her information in the description box below. So if you guys want to go ahead and check her services out. She is just an amazing, wonderful healer, and she just does some really great work. I've worked with her personally on some things as far as time management, and she's really helped me in that area. Also, I will put in the description box below where she's going to actually take over on this reading. So I'm going to pull out what the issues are, and then what she's going to do on her end is she's going to go ahead and go into the details of each of the chakras and how you guys can unblock this area of your lives that may be blocking you within your situation, either your twin flame connection or just your own energy, that sort of thing. So we're going to take a look at all these things. So I have these cards here to just kind of keep us on track with what chakra that we are dipping into and what we're taking a look at. So let's go ahead and get started. These general readings are not meant for everybody. So if you watch this reading and it's not resonating with you right off the bat, this may not be the reading for you. You can just go ahead and click off. Certain chakras, they may speak to you. So that's just something to also consider. Some of you may not want to sit through the entire video. You might feel like, I really feel like something's in my heart chakra. And you guys can go ahead and just skip to that. So we're going to go through all the 7 different chakras. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm excited. Okay, so what I have here on my Etsy shop is the root chakra or base chakra is represented by the color red. And this is the root of the issue or the problem within your twin flame connection. So it's going to either be coming from your end or it's going to be coming from your masculine's end. Regardless, the thing is, because you guys are energetically connected, this is something that you can do on your part to kind of, help the energy flow a lot better. So we're going to go ahead and dip into this deck here. This is the Twin Flame Oracle that I created. It's also available at my Etsy shop. It's pre-order only though, which means that you're not going to get it until I think October 15th, or at least that's when it'll get shipped out. So I'll let you guys know. If you're international, email me directly, mysticmoonoracles@gmail.com. And I will go ahead and send you a special link to where you can order it. Okay. So what's going on with our base chakra when it comes to the root of the issue or the problem within your twin flame connection? Let's take a look. Wow, look at this, you guys. Regret. So what I'm picking up on immediately here is that somebody is very regretful because of the things that have occurred within this connection. So somebody's holding on to a lot of pain, and it's making it very difficult for them to be able to just even move forward at this point. They're having a really difficult time just even moving forward in the physical world, because I relate the root chakra to physical, your physical environment, your physical body, just your physical 3D world. And so there's a lot of regret here. Now, the thing is, this could be regret also from the masculine. So this is an energy here of possible forgiveness. So if your masculine has done something that has created some sort of regret between the two of you, this is an energy here where we really need to take a look at it and try to clear up some of this energy. It's not about, forgiving and forgetting or excusing the behavior, but it is about releasing this very stuck energy that seems to be in the base chakra that is causing a little bit of a darkness or a little bit of a gloominess. So you can go into this energy within yourself, also with the assistance of a Reiki master, such as Lara, to help you to release this and clear whatever this residual regret is all about, okay? So that's just showing up immediately for you guys. So we're going to go into the Psychic Heart Tarot and Oracle cards by John Holland. Let's get in another message. So since these are already all shuffled now, I'm just going to, as we go through the reading, I'll pull them out again, but I won't shuffle every time. What else do we have here? Wow, so beautiful. This is the Stars card. Do you see that card? It says heal. Look at those chains that literally just open up there. I mean, they literally are just broken. So this is the deal. This is just Spirit's way of really bringing this information to you, the people that are watching this reading, to tell you how important this really is. Okay, so I'm not going to go into the details of how how I can assist you in regards to healing this or to breaking the cycle. That's where Lara is going to come in with her reading. She's going to go specifically into each chakra and basically tell you what you can do, whether it's through guided meditation or just certain visualizations that you guys can use, tools, in order to help to release this pain, because it's something that needs to be healed. It is actually something that is keeping people bound right now. I mean, that is crazy. Oh my gosh. All right. So I want to go ahead and get, I just want to get a couple more messages on this. Okay. So we're going to use the Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. Yeah, so this is very necessary, this healing that needs to be done. And it's kind of like this is the root of it. There is some darkness in the root of your connection, and that needs to be cleared. If you guys are feeling blocked and stagnant, this could be somewhere where it's stemming from, okay? Look at this. I'm not saying it's not the masculine, you guys, but the feminine yin. You have more healing ability and more power in your connection than you realize. So literally, you don't need your masculine in order to do this, which is what Spirit is saying. You can do this energetically on your own, on your part, to help your connection, in order to release your masculine from this state of regret. I'm getting chills. This is so profound. Wow. So, I really don't need to say much more on that at all, because it's all here for us. That really tells us here that the feminine may be holding on to this energy here, maybe, kind of weighing down possibly the energy of the connection. Not to say that there's any kind of blame on the feminine, but there could just be some things that she needs to forgive. And there's certain things that she's still holding on to, this pain that is almost even keeping her masculine even shackled as well. So she can really help to release her masculine by releasing her own pain. Do you see how beautiful that is? Oh my gosh. So anyways, you guys, like I said, Lara's going to go into some things that you can do in order to assist this letting go and assist this healing. Amazing. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go into the sacral chakra, which is the second chakra. And this one represents what each of you desire in this situation. So let's go ahead and take a look. So I do want to go into these. I'm going to use my Twin Flame Oracle for each and every chakra. And then I'll go into some different decks. Oh, I said I wasn't going to shuffle. I don't know why I did that again. Whatever. Okay. Okay, so what you each desire at this particular time. I think it's very interesting that we have the signs. So what I'm getting here is that somebody or both parties are receiving signs in regards to, your path, in regards to what you want to do or where you're going to go next or what you feel like you're supposed to do next. So there's definitely signs that people are getting. Now, are they paying attention to these signs? It's kind of like these signs are coming up, but we may be ignoring them. We may be doubting them. We might not feel like we have enough confidence or enough energy, or we might not feel good enough in order to create this or go after what it is that we truly desire. So what I'm getting here is that the signs are there, and the universe is giving you the signs in order to point you in the right direction. But the thing is we might be ignoring these signs, or we might be even discounting these signs when they come up. So there's that energy here of either not believing these signs or just basically saying, I'm not ready. So just constantly discounting the signs. So we're going to go ahead and go into the Good Tarot by Colette Baron Reed. What you each desire in this situation. So this is definitely a combined energy, because I said each. What does each person desire? So I'm getting here that both people are actually getting signs currently for their next steps on this particular journey. And people are blocked. People are blocked right now. They might not be believing what they're seeing, or they might just be discounting it. One of the two. But the universe is definitely here saying, we're providing the direction, but again, everybody has free will on this journey. No matter what kind of connection you have free will within any connection to either follow the signs or ignore them completely. Wow, Queen of Water. The feminine is coming through very strong in this reading. So the Queen of Waters, to me, Queen of Cups energy. This is an energy here of somebody who is very emotional, very intuitive, maybe even psychic, maybe an empath kind of a person, even a healer. Doesn't have to be any of those things though, but this is somebody who is very much in their emotions, and they are sensing, they're letting their emotions or their intuition be their guide. And so what I'm getting here is that the feminine right now may be very much in control of how things are going again. So it's kind of like what's even come through from the very beginning of this reading is that the feminine actually has more power than she realizes. So this may be a very empowering healing reading for the feminine to understand how much her emotions and the way that she feels not only about herself but also about her masculine is actually creating, it's kind of like spelling out the direction of this connection. That's pretty significant there. So what you each desire in the situation, what I'm getting here is that whatever the feminine is thinking, whatever the feminine is desiring, she has the ability to manifest that. Now, that's not taking the free will away from the masculine or anything like that. But what the feminine truly believes about herself and what she truly believes about this connection, it's kind of like Spirit is assisting her in order to point her in the right direction, which also in turn points the masculine back to his feminine. Do you see what I'm saying here? So it's pretty significant here. So now we're going to go into the Enchanted Map Oracle cards by Colette Baron Reed. Intention, oh my God. This reading is magical. Okay, exactly. It's the intention of the feminine. What is the feminine's intention? What does she think? What is she projecting outside of herself? What do her emotions say about her and how she feels about the situation? So do you see how the feminine has so much more power? It doesn't mean that the masculine is powerless. That's not what I'm saying at all. But the feminine here within this connection, with how she's feeling about it, really does have significant power on how things are basically going to turn out with her connection. Because it's of her own will, it's of her own emotions and her own intentions that are going to create this reality for her. So this is really basically saying here that what each of you desire in the situation, what the feminine desires in the situation, is she desires what she's intending. So if your intentions are in a very low vibration and it's keeping you from what you think you want. So you may think you want your masculine back, but yet you haven't forgiven your masculine for the terrible things that he did if he did something terrible, or the fact that you feel unlovable. So you're not able to attract the things that you want. So you're almost like getting in your own way. So the feminine really has to get her energy clear. And again, this is not absolving the masculine from having to do any work. I kind of feel like this has been very much about the feminine. So let's go ahead and specifically ask Spirit to give us a significant indication of what the masculine wants. Okay, what does the masculine truly desire in this connection with this feminine? What does he want? When I say he, it could be a she as well. Hey, beautiful. We have the sun's energy. I'm getting here what the masculine truly wants is he wants to feel better than he feels right now. And I'm getting here that the masculine feels much better in his feminine's energy, like in her presence. And the thing is that the two of you right now could be in such a dark state because of either his actions or just certain issues and problems that you have had. And so this is the deal. It's like he may not know how to get to that good place with you again. So that's what he truly desires. But remember, this is an energy of where we're blocked in our chakras. And so the sun is also about illumination. It's also about, this energy where we're shining, the light is shining in a situation. So the masculine truly wants to have this energy, this bright sunshine in his connection with his feminine again, but he may not know how to get that. So that's where the feminine comes in. The feminine is really helping to assist and illuminate the path and to really create these signs even for the masculine to find his way back to her. It's amazing. So anyways, very beautiful. So again, Lara's going to take over and she's going to go into how she can assist the feminine in regards to maybe even helping to illuminate the masculine's path to find his way back to his feminine. Love it. Okay. Now we're going to go into the solar plexus chakra. The solar plexus is the third yellow. We have your individual strengths and willpower. So this is where we're going to go into these cards here. These are called the archetype cards by Carolyn Miss. And we're just going to basically see what the strength of the masculine and the strength of the feminine are. So what are their individual strengths? And if you're not feeling this, this is just an indication here that this may be an energy telling you that this is what you need to get into. Now, if they're coming through as negatives, again, it's taking away from our power at this present time. So what about the masculine? What is the masculine strength in this situation? Interesting, we have lover. So this is talking about great passion and devotion. This is talking about an appreciation of someone or something, but the shadowy attributes could be obsessive passion that harms others or self-destructive devotion. So I think it's very interesting that the masculine is coming through with this energy here. So this is talking about your individual strengths and willpower. What I'm getting from this, though, is that this is the masculine like who he truly is. He truly is this masculine who wants to shower his feminine with love, who wants to be devoted to her. But what I'm getting here is that right now that's being blocked. He is blocked from this lover energy. It's like he was destined to be your lover. He was destined to be this devoted lover to you, but something is holding him back in this lifetime, whether it be his hangups, whether it be situations that he has involved himself in. But there's this energy here where there's like this positive but negative side to it. And so I just really feel like the masculine right now, because we saw coming into this reading, there's a lot of regret. So it's at the base of your connection. So I'm definitely seeing twin flames here that have had issues with their masculine. So the masculine would like to be the lover. He would like to be devoted, but he doesn't know how. He doesn't know how to get past, whatever has happened between the two of you. There's something going on there. So it is a strength, and he does have the will to do it, but he has not had that breakthrough and illumination just yet. So what about the feminine? Engineer, beautiful. So check this out, you guys. It says the ability to give creative energy a practical expression, talent for designing resolutions to common dilemmas. Look at this. This is about engineering your way through situations. But on the shadowy attribute, we have the reliance on mechanistic, I don't think I'm saying that right, solutions without regard for emotional consequences. I'm really getting more of a light attribute, though, for the feminine in this one for some reason. I'm just getting here that she really does have, again, she's the engineer. So do you see this is actually passive and this is very like aggressive. This is feminine, this is masculine, even though we are talking about the feminine. Again, I'm getting here that she's the engineer of this freaking train. She is the one that's steering and navigating this situation. Again, it's not me saying that the feminine has all the control and that the masculine is just an innocent bystander or that he's just passive and doesn't have to do anything. Not the case. But there is this energy here of the feminine having much more power than she realizes. So this to me is like a reading that's really telling the feminine to understand how much power she has with her emotions and with her mental thoughts and just with everything that she is feeling at this present time. So it's like you can create this energy where your masculine becomes that lover, that devoted lover to you in this lifetime. It's a possibility. The possibility is there. It's not impossible because this is the way that it was meant to be. But you guys have just gotten off track somewhere is what I'm getting here. Okay, so those are the strengths in the situation. So I just feel like the masculine is not in his full power and the feminine, you are in your full power. So now it's time to own it. It's time to own it. And the engineer is also about being logical. Okay, so yes, as feminines, we are taught to be very emotional, intuitive, and just kind of trust our intuition, which of course, yes, that is something that we still need to do. But there's also something about being practical as well. And so it might be that you need to get into some more practical side of yourselves in order to really navigate things a little bit more, I don't know, constructively, if that makes sense. All right, you guys, so let's go ahead and go into the heart chakra now, which is the fourth chakra. This is going to be where your hearts lie in the situation. Let's go ahead and take a look. Where do the hearts lie in this situation? Okay, so, very interesting. All right, I want to get some twin flame cards too. Okay, so for the masculine, where does your heart lie in the situation? He's got the high priestess. The high priestess here is an energy of keeping things to myself. I'm not sharing what I'm thinking. I'm not sharing how I'm feeling. I'm keeping things under tight wrap. Feminine here is in the Five of Cups energy, which is a card of sadness. It's a card of regret. It's a card of just being bummed out and really needing to change the focus. It's kind of like needing to change the focus off of the masculine so much. And it's a struggle for the feminine. Yeah, see, we have shadow work. So right now, the masculine here in his heart space, when it comes to where his heart is in the situation, he is in a shadowy place. We already saw it with the regret coming into this reading. So there's definitely some shadow work that the masculine is doing. So if he is withdrawn from you at this present time, again, this is about taking your focus off of the masculine and not being in this energy of being so sad and regretful that things are not happening right now. This is about changing your focus, taking your energy and focusing it back on you, realizing that you have a lot of power in this situation. So the more that you work on yourself and change your vibration, it actually helps your masculine to come into the light, because we can see with that Sun card what he truly wants and desires in the situation is to be in the light. He does not want to be in the shadows, but he is in the shadows right now. So you see how the feminine does have the power to really help navigate this journey for the masculine and to bring him back into the light. So he's very much in the shadows, keeping to himself right now. That's just where his heart's at. It just is. So the feminine here, it's about changing her focus. Let me change my focus. Look at this, bound. This is very difficult for the feminine. She feels very bound. She feels like she can't leave her masculine. She feels like she's abandoning him if she goes on, goes off into a different direction, or just kind of leaves him behind, or disconnects for a little bit of time. It's almost like there's this guilt there, or a belief system that has her thinking that if she goes into another direction, that somehow she's abandoning her masculine or abandoning this journey, or that somehow that something's going to happen to her twin flame connection. And I'm here to tell you that if this is a true twin flame connection, nothing can happen. You guys are connected energetically always. And so there's nothing that you can do to break this bond, okay? It's almost like you're bound to it, but not necessarily in a negative way, even though we can turn it into a negative. But what I'm getting here is that the feminine really has to kind of unleash herself from this belief system that she cannot live her own life or be on this journey alone, that it's all about her masculine and it's all about union rather than being about her own journey and her own growth and her own spiritual development. So the feminine really has to change her focus. But again, do you see how by changing your focus, you're actually helping the masculine? So it feels kind of asinine, kind of like, well, wait a second, how am I helping my masculine if I'm no longer focusing on him? How am I helping him if I'm letting go and I'm going into another direction? It's just the way energy works. When you take your focus, because the focus that you have on your masculine right now may be kind of muddled with this darker energy where it's just you're in pain, you're sad, you're depressed, and your focus on the masculine in that way is actually not empowering him at all. It's really not. It's actually could be adding to his regret. It could be adding to his shadows. So you've got to release this. So you release him. Take your own feelings off the table. Do your own cleansing and your own letting go. So you can kind of let your masculine just either figure things out for himself. Because as long as he has your energy connected to this, it's almost like it keeps him even heavier, if that makes sense. So that is what I'm getting for the heart space for the two of you. It's very heavy. I don't want to say it's very dark as in it's very negative, but it's very heavy. So again, the feminine, I'm getting here again, the masculine is in a passive feminine energy, and the feminine has the opportunity to go in a masculine's energy. Kind of switch the roles here and take control. Take control back of the situation. Navigate the train, be the engineer, change the focus, unleash, unlock, unbound. This situation that's darker or negative. So again, Lara's going to go into how we can assist, in doing this for ourselves, but also to help in aiding the masculine. So now let's go ahead and go into the throat chakra. The throat chakra is all about what needs to be communicated right now. So what is it that people, would like to communicate, or what needs to be communicated? So some of you are in separation with your twin flame. Maybe some of you have not spoken in a very long time. So this is an energy here of what needs to be communicated. Now, communication can come through telepathic communication, 5D communication, mental, like I said, telepathy. It doesn't have to actually come from the throat. Well, we have the Two of Fire. So the Two of Fire is an energy here. I do see the Two of Fire, two flames, Two of Wands energy as, two fire, like two flames, like a twin flame, okay? But that's not traditionally how it's read at all, but that's just me personally as a reader. But the Two of Fire to me is like, it's two energies, two people that are kind of in that energy of needing to make a decision. So it's kind of like the Two of Swords for me in a way, where we've got two people that aren't communicating. So they're at a stalemate with the situation. So it doesn't help. Yeah, look at this Page of Air. Page of Air here is Page of Swords. Now, a lot of people look at pages as messengers, but for some reason, for me as a reader, I look at the Page of Air as somebody's thinking about communicating, but they're not, okay? This is traditionally like a stalker card too, where it's like, okay, so you're not communicating, so you might be looking online at your twin flame. You might not actually be communicating, okay? And see, where we have the Four of Earths, it's like people are still kind of holding on and staying stubborn and staying stuck and not wanting to budge or make a move. So this is definitely this energy here. What needs to be communicated is not being communicated. It's just not, okay? Yeah, see, you guys just keep going round and round in the same circle. So I'm not even really going to get into why that is. I'm really going to let Lara really go into this part of the throat chakra and really help to guide you on how this may be eliminated, or how we can, break this cycle of just continuously going round and round. Because for some of you, this could have been going on for a very long time, where you're just not speaking and the years just keep going by, or the weeks or the days or the months, and you're just like, oh, I don't even know if this can ever get resolved. Are we ever going to speak again? So I'm going to let her go into that. But there's definitely two people that are mirroring the same behavior. You guys may want to speak, but neither one of you are just willing to make the move in order to do that. And even if you are talking, it's kind of like you guys aren't really talking, if that makes sense. You guys aren't really saying what's on your minds. So this right here is the third eye chakra, sixth chakra, how you are both seeing each other and the situation. So let's go ahead and see how the masculine is seeing the feminine. I don't know why I keep shuffling, even though I already shuffled. Okay, so the masculine is seeing the feminine right now as somebody that he needs to compromise with, okay? This could be positive or negative. It just means that he knows that he's going to have to step up to the plate and change. He may want to do that, or he may not be ready at this particular time. But deep down inside, in his intuition, his higher self is telling him, I know that I need to compromise. I know that I need to change. Okay, so with this particular card, I don't even know how to say that word, but I'm going to read the light attributes. It says, delights in the arts without having to be a professional. Wow, this is kind of cool. So your masculine is seeing you as being very talented, and he's actually seeing you as being somebody who is self-made, somebody that didn't maybe have to go to school in order to get a degree. You're just somebody that can basically turn anything to gold. So your masculine is really seeing you in a very positive light when it comes to creating something or being a self-made person. That's amazing. But deep down inside, your masculine knows that he needs to compromise something in order to be with you. He may be ready for that, or he may not be ready for that, but he knows deep down inside that he will have to compromise. So if he has been holding back communicating to you, it's like he knows that he has to get over that. He knows that he's going to have to do something. He's either going to have to make a move, or he's going to have to compromise his singlehood, or he's going to have to compromise his ego or his, pride. One of the two. There's something there. Okay, so how's the feminine viewing the masculine? So how is she seeing him in the situation? Well, see, she's seeing him as unawakened. And, I'm here to tell you that some of the masculines here would be very, even though they seem like they're not awakened, I'm getting here that more masculines are awakened than the feminine realizes, okay? Yeah, she's also seeing him as a vampire, okay? She's seeing that he's just basically surviving. She might even view, and this is for some of you feminines out there, you might be actually labeling your masculine as a narcissist. And I'm going to tell you right now, by labeling your masculine as a narcissist, this is probably one of the worst things that you can possibly do. Because when you're labeling somebody like that, you're not giving it any, energy to basically ever change or to ever recognize, the rights from the wrongs. Because a narcissist technically is a label of somebody who will never change. So if you're doing that, you might really want to think about the labeling. It's like placing a label that somebody can never change, that they're just a pile and that they're never going to change. See how that's very negative? So it's actually keeping your connection from flourishing. It's actually keeping your connection from awakening, if that makes sense. So in your mind, you might be convinced that your masculine isn't awakened because of his behaviors, or because what he's not doing, he's not giving to you what you want right now, all that sort of thing. But I'm actually seeing here, it's kind of like there's this vampire-ish energy that we're just sucking the life out of this connection because we're so in the dark about the connection. So the feminine, this is the first time in this reading where the feminine actually might be a little bit of the vampire, just with her feelings. It's like she might be, again, she's affecting the masculine in such a way to where she's taking away his strength because of her thoughts about him, because of her belief system that he is unawakened, that he can't change. So there's some kind of energy there where what she's thinking and how she's seeing her masculine is actually she's not seeing him in a super positive light. This isn't going to resonate for everybody, just so you know. Some of you may be in very much the light with your masculine, so don't take this message. But Lara's going to go in and basically help you guys to try to, get to the bottom of why you're feeling this about your masculine, or not even really why, but just how you can try to switch this energy and shift it, because I'm seeing that it might be negatively impacting your connection. Because your masculine sure is seeing you in a very positive light, even though it might not seem that way, even though he might not be coming towards you, but it doesn't mean that he doesn't see you in high regard or that he doesn't see you as being talented. All right. Last message, we have the crown chakra. The crown chakra is talking about what the universe is trying to tell you in regards to healing your connection. So let's go ahead and get into these cards here. What the universe is trying to tell you about your connection. What they want to communicate with you about your connection. Milk and honey, baby. I love it. So this is really telling us something very, very special. There is milk and honey at the end of this rainbow. There really is. Like, the universe wouldn't set you up for disaster. A lot of people have, this belief system, like, I can't believe the universe is doing this to me. I can't believe the universe would, give me this kind of a connection and then just, drop me on my ass and let me suffer and all those other things. That kind of thinking right there, you're not going to get anywhere on that victim mentality. So Spirit is saying here is that it's your job to navigate this journey to find your milk and honey. Now, the thing is that your milk and honey may not come in the form of union and may not come in the form of your masculine in this lifetime. The thing is that milk and honey can come from many different ways. It's like finding your own selves at the end of that rainbow, finding your life's purpose, just ascending on your own. It may not be about your masculine in this lifetime. And a lot of people are fixated on, it's about union. It's only about union, and it's only about this. And it's about you. It's about you. It's about two individual souls that signed up for this journey and this contract to learn something very significant when it comes to love. And it comes in the most challenging form on a twin flame journey. Your milk and honey is always available to you, but you've got to find it. And if you're looking for it in another person, as in you're looking for it in your divine masculine, it may not come in the form that you're thinking. So this is an opportunity for us to really consider that we need to go after our own ambitions. We need to go after our own dreams and our own happiness. We can't look for it in our masculine, or the masculine can't look for it in his feminine, okay? Our happiness does not come in the form of another person, even our twin flame. It actually comes in the form of our own selves. So it's almost like when balancing that energy and getting to that high form of yourself, you may be gifted with the union of the twin flame connection. Perhaps. I don't know for a fact, but that is the way that I believe. But again, you must confront those shadows. It's going to be tough. It's not an easy journey, people. And I say this all the time. A lot of people are like, think that they're twin, if I'm a twin flame, it's the best kind of connection. It's like, it's in the hierarchy of the best love and all this other stuff. And you know what? All the connections are equal, just like all people are equal. But the thing is, there's just differences. There's differences in all these different, situations and journeys and lessons. And the twin flame is just another lesson. It's just another type of love or another type of journey. And sometimes, like I've said before, why would you want a twin flame? It's definitely a very difficult journey. Now, it doesn't mean that it's dark all the time or that it's just a total drag. Not at all, but it's work, and it can be quite lonely and confusing at times. So it's kind of like people are like, I want a twin flame. I want a twin flame. Why? And I say that very jokingly. Okay, I really do. But yeah, it makes you confront your deepest, darkest fears and shadows. It does the same thing for your twin flame too. So again, there's milk and honey at the end of this rainbow, and that's what Spirit wants to tell you. After all of this darkness, there is light at the end of this tunnel. You are going to be gifted this milk and honey. You're gonna learn something here. It's gonna be worth it. It really is. And maybe you can't see it right now, but it is going to be worth it. Okay, so let's go ahead and draw 2 more cards. Beautiful, exactly. You are blessed. You are blessed on this journey. You are blessed on this path. The universe has not cursed you. There's nobody cursing you and taking you off of your journey with your twin flame. That is just a belief system that is created by your own shadow self. You may have other people out there that are telling you, you know, your twin flame and you can't be together unless you give me $1,000. I'll go ahead and do energy work on you to lift a spell or a curse and all this other bullshit, because that's what it is. But again, you know, this is meant to basically drudge up all of these worst fears for you, your worst nightmares. You are blessed on this journey is what the universe wants to tell you, no matter what. So this is a blessed connection. This is a blessed journey, and you're blessed to have it. And it kind of just, you know, goes against what I just said. Why would you want it? Actually, this is a blessing. It's not a curse. You might feel that way, but until you get into this energy of realizing how blessed you are to have the opportunity to learn something within a twin flame contract in this lifetime, you may not be able to get to that milk and honey. So you've got to confront these dark thoughts and these dark shadows and get into the blessed energy of, I'm so lucky to have a twin flame. This is an amazing experience. Last message. Divine Feminine again. You know, she's come up so many times in this reading. I'm telling you, Divine Feminine, it's not like it's all up to you, but what I'm getting here is that most of the people that are watching this video are Divine Feminines. You really do have the power here. You know, you do. You have all the power within yourself in order to nurture you, in order to nurture your twin flame connection, nurture your masculine, and really help to create the reality and the abundance in this very 3D world for yourself. The power is within you. So I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to let Lara take over. So go ahead and be sure to click on the link in my description box to see her video in which she's going to go into all these different chakras and really give us some great understanding of how we can unblock ourselves or how we can empower ourselves even more on this journey. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. Take care. Bye-bye.